I am Sherman D. Manning. Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. Sherman D. Manning coming to you live out of Los Angeles, California. How's everybody doing today? This is Beat the Press. I am Sherman D. Manning. I would like to take this opportunity initially to encourage each of you to go to your local bookstores or go to Amazon.com and take a look at my new book, The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. It's a book you need to read. I also shall encourage you to go to Facebook and take a look at Sherman D. Manning on Facebook. Listen to me. Donald is the Republican Party's leader. This is their guy. And so, what I'd like to say to you is, if you are a racist, follow Donald. Just that simple. If you are a racist, follow Donald. If you are a misogynist and you hate women and you denigrate them and you look down upon them, follow Donald. If you don't like Mexicans, Donald is your man. If you think that a woman cannot be raped by her husband, Donald is your man. If you think that all black people are lazy, have a lazy gene, Donald is your man. Period. He's your man. There is no time for these people who want to insinuate and imply that they like his jobs programs, which he's not explained yet. They like his certain kind of proposals, etc., because he's explained none of them yet. Here's a guy with no substance. Here's a guy with a small private part complex. For the first time in the history of the presidency of the United States of America, we have a guy with the audacity to go on television and brag about his hand size, which to me is indicative of the fact that there's something else that he's embarrassed about. And I'm trying to keep it PG because I'm on podcast here, but if I were talking with the fellows and it was just Sherman D. Manning and the guys and we were sitting around and they were having beers and I was having a Coca-Cola because I don't drink beer, remember? I would just tell them that this is a guy with a small penis syndrome. Period. No real man stands up on national television and even insinuates anything that pertains to the size of his anatomical protrusion. So this says something about the mental apparatus with which this guy operates. And if you are attracted to that kind of man for the leader of the free world, I have a problem with you. Then I need to start or join the Back to Africa movement, because I don't have any problem leaving this country with permission, if a guy like that gets in office. And I mean that. And I have never even contemplated the possibility of leaving the United States of America. So if you're one of these undercover racist white brothers, and they are in the minority, but they're here, who really want all black people to leave this country anyway, and you want the Mexicans to leave, and you want it to be like it was 80 years ago, mostly white, then vote for Donald. Because I'll get on the boat, baby. I will get on the boat and go back to Africa. I'll have no problem with that. Because Donald represents everything that this country is not supposed to stand for. This is the melting pot. This is a great country. This is a country that specializes in making the American dream accomplishable for everyone. This is a great country. This is a man on the street interview. So you'll have to forgive the background noise. I don't know what language she's speaking, but she's behind me talking. And thank God I dropped her off so she doesn't mess up this podcast. So yes, that's it for Donald. Now let me talk about black people for a few minutes, because I am certified and qualified to talk about any issue in America because of freedom of speech and artistic expression, which, I believe in fiercely rather. Okay, but I want to talk about black people for a moment. Black people, we've got to stop this killing each other. We've got to get over this Willie Lynch syndrome, and it does exist. And there's debate about the authenticity of the Willie Lynch letter, etc. You can Google it, Willie, W-I-L-L-I-E, Lynch, L-Y-N-C-H. Don't go to Wikipedia because I don't believe their assertions concerning the Willie Lynch syndrome. But I want black people to stop killing each other. We must stop this madness. It's got to stop. I have a problem with white cops treating young black men badly, and we can fight that. We can oppose that. We can protest that. We can do something about that. But I also have a problem with young black men treating young black men badly. I'm not in that school of thought, or in that camp rather, that wants to make it look like black on black crime is higher than any other crime. Whites kill whites more than they kill blacks. Okay, let me say that differently. Most white people who are murdered by other white people. Most Mexican people who are murdered by other Mexican people. You don't have to study sociology or anthropology too closely to understand the various and varying reasons for that phenomenon. But that is just the gospel's truth. So a lot of white people who want to get out and make blacks look bad, some of the conservatives, the Rush Limbaughs of life, will get on the streets, get on the radio and on satellite and on video and yell out about black on black crime and things of that nature, but they don't tell you about white on white crime. And they don't tell you that most white people who are killed by other white people. And it is that way with tribes. I call it tribalism. So this is not just a black thing. I just happen to be commenting on blackness today because it's close to my heart and it's on my mind. So I want African American people to be kind to one another. We need each other. We need each other more than we've ever needed each other before. And this is not to the exclusion of white people. This is not against white folks. This is not me saying let's get together and hate them. That won't work. That's not what Christ talked about. He said love thy neighbor as thyself. This is not me saying let's get together and do something to them. The only thing I want to do to them is pray for them. And to the majority of them who are not racist, let's love them. Let's join with them. Let's build a greater country together with them. Period. But I want black people to be kind to one another. So stop this self-hatred and this seeming strategy to annihilate one another, because that came from them. That came from the slave syndrome. It's called post-traumatic slave syndrome. Post-traumatic slave syndrome. We have to get over it. We have to get past it. I don't mind talking about slavery. They that know not their history are destined to repeat it. I don't mind thinking about it. I don't mind analyzing it and scrutinizing it, but I will not remain stuck in that mentality. We have to get over it. We have to move past it. We have to move beyond it. And we cannot let our history hinder us from our destiny. We cannot let the residue of where we came from pollute this present moment and where we are. We have to get over it. We have to get past it. We have to get beyond it. And we can do this. I mean, when you have suffered the kind of injustices which we have suffered from for decades in this country, no people have been literally put on their knees and denied and maligned and mistreated and discriminated against as have we in this country. So to have gone from where we have gone from and come rather from where we have come from to where we are currently is a testament to the audacity and the temerity of African American people. It is a testament to our strength, to our courage, and to our ability to move forward. And so that is what we have to do. We have to focus on the family. We have to focus on our strengths and utilize them to strengthen the entire community. And then we have to spend some time working to strengthen our weaknesses. They that know not their weaknesses are destined to fall flat. So find out what our weaknesses are as a community and move forward. We can do this. We have to stop this killing. Black men have got to stop raping black women. Black men have got to stop doing these things to our people. And when I say stop raping black women, that does not imply rape someone else. Stop raping, period. It's wrong. It's morally depraved. It is evil. It is wicked. It's something that should never enter into a man's psyche. There's something wrong with any man who does that. And so if you know someone who's doing it, tell them to get help with all deliberate haste. Let's get our community together. And when you look at Donald and see the things that he is advocating and projecting and the undercurrent of racism that runs through everything he says is tinged with the undertone and the overtones of racism. When you see that, you realize that these people do still exist, and that if we're not careful, we will repeat the history that our ancestors fought so successfully and so vigorously to get us out of. We got to stop this man in his tracks. He must be stopped. Donald must be stopped. Don't hurt him now, because you know that I'm nonviolent, and I believe in nonviolence. And so I'm not advocating that you do anything violent to this guy, but he's got to be stopped. He must be stopped. He must be stopped. He must be stopped. He must be stopped. Donald must be stopped. America's a great country, and I love this country, and I love you very much. Keep hope alive. Thank you.